Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, December 29th at 3:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 679 headlines from 108 fees we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. India coronavirus, the tragedy of the tuk-tuk driver who fled COVID. Jennifer Granholm's energy record in Michigan should frighten America. Trump biographer says the humiliation of Mike Pence is reaching a crescendo. Rudy Giuliani's star Michigan witness Melissa Caroni has been slammed with a scathing cease and desist letter from Dominion Voting Systems. How California went from a leader in the COVID fight to a state in despair. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez parroted GOP stance against $2,000 stimulus checks in a sarcastic tweet. Bernie Sanders hopes to force Senate vote on $2,000 stimulus checks. A fisherman found $1.2 million worth of cocaine floating on the water near the Florida Keys. Alleged Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner hated cops and loved weed, former co-worker. Judge unloads on Michael Flynn in scathing remarks, "I cannot hide my disgust." The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Omni Hotels accepted millions in PPP funds but didn't pay workers, NPR. Explainer, Brexit ends Britain's right to live and work in EU, the Associated Press. Coronavirus updates, stimulus checks delayed until next week, California will likely extend stay-at-home orders, Spain tops 50,000 deaths, USA Today. Illinois state's attorney identifies 3 killed in bowling alley shooting, CNN. Nearly 500,000 people may have had COVID-19 in Wuhan, study shows, that's almost 10 times the official figure, CNN. New England Patriots Cam Newton vents after blowout loss, "It's extremely frustrating, knowing what you're capable of," ESPN. Senate GOP faces stimulus dilemma as Democrats side with Trump, Bloomberg. House votes to override Trump's veto of defense bill, the Associated Press. Japan stocks lead Asian shares higher as U.S. stimulus fuels rally, Reuters. Hive updates, Biden blasts transition obstruction by Defense Department, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Saudi women's rights activist Lau Jane Al-Lawal sentenced to nearly 6 years. Proud Boys Hotel hangout shutting down on January 6 wild protest day. Ted Cruz got $35 million for billionaire fracking donors in last stimulus deal, report. Pro-Trump pollster quotes Stalin to persuade Mike Pence to act like him. Mormon church sued for allegedly covering up Boy Scout sex abuse. Judge rejects bail bid by Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell. House votes to override Trump's defense bill veto. Trump mocked for posting campaign ads 7 weeks after losing election. Voters think Biden will try to work with Republicans, doubt GOP will work with him. House passes $2,000 coronavirus stimulus check legislation. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. College introduces competitive video gaming. Cruise rescue horse, new owner from swamp. Investigators are testing new items. Duck reports death of inmate. Testing sites open around Baton Rouge. It's not right, woman says apartment left her no hot water. Newspaper delivery woman pinned underneath car. Girl arrested after teen riding on car dies. Woman loses $2,000 on cancelled vacation. Healthcare workers concerned over rise in cases. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. A far-right terrorism suspect with a refugee disguise, the tale of Franco A. Weeks-old statue of Breonna Taylor is smashed to pieces in Oakland, California. Obamacare, in its first big test as safety net, is holding up so far. Despite strict measures, England's virus cases are soaring. The year we were asked to pick, your economy or your life. A family of 4 in a home office, in 660 square feet. Retailing's tumultuous year began before the pandemic. What we saw this year, grief, love and stirrings of hope. With remote learning, a 12-year-old knows her English is slipping away. Deep within relief bill, horse racing gets new tools to clean up. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Jeremy Hunt, Georgia Senate runoffs, why this black man voted for Perdue and Loeffler. Hospitals in Los Angeles County inundated with COVID-19 patients, treat some in gift shops. House passes bill to hike stimulus payments to $2 for American households, Senate prospects uncertain. Senate MC defense bill veto override as avenue to $2 checks. Food hacks, the cooking tricks and culinary shortcuts that went viral in 2020. Hidden in the walls, the wild things people found in their homes in 2020. Hip-hop artist who headlined Osif, Warnock event stirs controversy after screen grab emerges, report. New York City police shoot unarmed suspect in Brooklyn. Tom Cruise returns to Mission Impossible 7 set after explosive tirades, report. Salon owner accuses Oregon governor of retaliating for resisting lockdown orders. She terrorized my family. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, December 29th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Stimulus package update, when should the checks start arriving? Ryan Michelle Beth on CBS All Rise and movie Sylvie's Love, I have waited so long to participate in this moment. Virtual New Year's Eve, how to watch streaming celebrations across the country. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Christmas takings in pubs, bars and restaurants falls by almost 80%. Netflix's Bridgerton divides viewers and sparks controversy over male rape scene. UK weather, supermarkets cancel online food deliveries amid heavy snow and ice. Empty Nightingale hospitals are quietly dismantled because there aren't enough staff to run them. Samsung and Xiaomi to eliminate chargers with upcoming smartphones after sharing ads mocking Apple. Parents and teachers are begging Boris Johnson to make decision on reopening schools in January. Viewers slam vulgar and vile Britain's most expensive houses. Claudia Winkleman's Peep Show star sister sues driver for $200,000 after car crash. England needs a national lockdown to prevent a catastrophe in January and February, Sate warns. Fresh British sausages will be banned from being exported to EU from Friday. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Canada is turning asylum seekers away at the border. In the U.S., they face deportation. Iran begins first human trial of locally made virus vaccine. Bangladesh Navy ships take 1,804 Rohingya to isolated island. AP interview, owner confronts Israeli team's racist past. Hong Kongers charged in China plead guilty, relative told. China beat back COVID-19 in 2020, then it really flexed its muscles at home and abroad. Amid pandemic, Pacific Islands work to offset food shortages. China sentences citizen journalist to 4 years in prison for Wuhan lockdown reports. Russia space chief pens stargazing ballads, they also serve Moscow's political orbit. South Africa imposes strict new rules as it surpasses 1 million COVID-19 cases. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. FTSE 100 hits 9-month high amid Brexit deal relief and vaccine hopes, Business Live. First thing, Biden accuses Trump administration of blocking national security access. The 3 most misused phrases in U.S. politics in 2020. Jeffrey Frankel. People are terrified, a coronavirus surge across California's prisons renews calls for releases. Coronavirus sharpens America's already stark economic inequalities. Donald Trump's influence will evaporate once he leaves office. Here's why June is crying. Hong Kong teenager jailed for China flag insult. Russian riot police arrest renegade priest in convent raid. Path cleared for Pochettino after PSG confirmed Thomas Tuchel's dismissal. Oakland police investigate smashed statue of Breonna Taylor. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Domestic terrorism exploded in 2020, here's what the Biden administration must do. Child labor in palm oil industry tied to Girl Scout cookies. Officer who shot, killed black man fired from police department. Confrontation of black teen at NYC hotel under investigation. Ghislaine Maxwell again denied bail. Parents plead not guilty to charges in Missouri girl's death. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Breonna Taylor statue smashed in California weeks after installation. Russian COVID deaths 3 times the official toll. Hong Kong activist Tony Chung sentenced to 4 months. Biden accuses U.S. Defense Department of obstruction on transition. Ki Yuan Herald, Jazz trumpeter says son assaulted after false theft accusation. COVID, Sydney beach party sparks backpacker deportation threat. COVID, U.S. House votes to boost stimulus package payments. Japan developing wooden satellites to cut space junk. Australian man and child saved after friends walk 12 hours for help. Seeking justice for lion sleeps tonight composer. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Coronavirus updates, stimulus checks delayed until next week. California will likely extend stay-at-home orders. Spain tops 50K deaths. AP top stories December 29th. House votes to boost COVID-19 relief funds. Vandalism leaves 3,500 customers without heat or hot water amid freezing temperatures in Colorado. Palm oil and Girl Scout cookies tied to child labor. Today in history for December 29th. A ceramic bust of Breonna Taylor was vandalized in California. The sculptor calls it a racist attack, vows to rebuild in bronze. Ohio police officer Adam Coy fired after fatal shooting of unarmed black man Andre Hill, Fraternal Order of Police says. In California, stay-at-home order likely to be extended, and a powerful storm hits SoCal. Judge denies bond to decorated Army member charged in Illinois bowling alley shooting. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Thunderstorm slams Southland. A hospital gave a COVID-19 vaccine to a Disney employee. It may be permitted under state guidance. Travelers to LA County must quarantine for 10 days under new guidelines. Los Angeles firefighters and paramedics receive first COVID-19 vaccine doses. Vandals smash Breonna Taylor sculpture in Oakland. LA County issues most dire coronavirus warnings yet. Hospitals in crisis as death toll surges toward 10,000. Sewage spill in Long Beach closes 7 miles of shoreline. December is a COVID-19 disaster in California. January is shaping up to be bleak too for deluged hospitals. Rain, hail, snow battered Southern California as powerful storm hit. COVID-19 holiday surge may extend Southern California stay-at-home order into the new year. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Wuhan's COVID-19 infections may have been almost 10 times higher than official figure, study shows. Seafaring slavery aboard Chinese vessels in the Indo-Pacific. Japan gave intel on China's crackdown on new wires to US and Britain. International convention to stop richer countries exporting contaminated material for recycling could mean a cleaner ocean in 5 years. Spain is to set up a registry of people who refuse to be vaccinated against coronavirus and share it with other European Union nations, the health minister has said. The list would not be made accessible to the public or to employers. 50 journalists and media workers were killed in connection with their work in 2020, the majority in countries that are not at war, Reporters Without Borders said. The figure shows an increase in the targeting of reporters investigating organized crime, corruption or environmental issues. Mexico electricity outage leaves 10.3 million temporarily without power. Japan to build wooden satellites to cut space junk. Rio de Janeiro authorities announced Monday they will block beach access the night of December 31st to prevent crowds in one of Brazil's worst hit cities by the coronavirus pandemic. Each year, 1,000 Pakistani girls forcibly converted to Islam. Adidas developing plant-based leather material that will be used to make shoes, material made from mycelium, which is part of fungus. Company produced 15 million pairs of shoes in 2020 made from recycled plastic waste collected from beaches and coastal regions. Australia insists WHO inquiry into COVID origin must be robust, despite China tensions. 900 rotisserie chicken meals donated to homeless people in Montreal. Russia gives Kremlin critic Navalny an ultimatum, return immediately or face jail. The next headlines are from Forbes. Miguel's mom, Vanessa Rubio, previews Cobra Kai Season 3. Trump gets art of the deal masterclass from Vietnam. How do researchers are using AI and robots to design the successor to lithium-ion batteries? How do the Los Angeles Clippers look after 3 games? WWE Raw results, winners, news and notes on December 28, 2020. The Miz gets Money in the Bank briefcase back on WWE Raw. Jay Stone reassures a Nipsey Hussle posthumous album is in the works. For e-bike owners, a mobile bike repair service that makes house calls. Barcelona and the 5 stages of decline. Coronavirus widens the divide between the retail haves and have-nots this holiday season. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Coronavirus Diaries, an unexpected career experiment. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,675,812,000 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Box office in Spain plunges 72% in 2020, though hits avert total disaster. Italian TV industry mourns late Luke's V-drama chief and Medici producer Sarah Melodia. Movistar Plus Originals account for top 5 series in 2020 as pay TV and SVOD rules Spanish fiction exclusive. North Carolina teacher files copyright infringement suit against Netflix's Outer Banks. Sylvester Stallone buys $35 million Palm Beach estate. Ex-MLB star Adrian Gonzalez fields offers for Beverly Grove home. His Dark Materials, Lin-Manuel Miranda breaks down the season 2 finale. LA County Health Department asks film industry to strongly consider pausing production as COVID-19 cases surge. Everything coming to Netflix in January 2021. Billionaire Paycom CEO drops $26.5 million on Malibu's El Pelicano estate. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Religion, abortion, guns and race, just the start of a new Supreme Court menu. Omni Hotels accepted millions in PPP funds but didn't pay workers. The spectacular rise of SPACs, the backwards IPO that's taking over Wall Street. That terrifies me. Trump rule allows natural gas transport by rail in dense areas. In Atlanta, a wave of coronavirus deaths and the questions left in its wake. 5 lessons Democrats can learn from the 2020 elections. U.S. announces new rules for drones and their operators. Columbus, Ohio, officer who shot and killed Andre Hill is fired. House rejects Trump's defense bill veto in highly unusual vote. House endorses Trump-backed $2,000 payment amid feud within GOP. The following headlines are from the week. Trump fails to redraw politics battle lines. The big scientific breakthroughs of 2020. What I'll tell my kids about 2020. The 7 new books that helped me escape this year. The best headlines of 2020. At LA Hospital, there are so many COVID-19 patients, some are being put in a gift shop. South Africa bans alcohol sales, closes bars to try to stop spread of coronavirus. Neighbor says Nashville bomber told him he was going to be so famous. China sentences citizen journalist who reported on COVID-19 in Wuhan to 4 years in prison. Saw screen's highest number of travelers since mid-March. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Anatomy of a crime. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Allotropy, why winter spells trouble for the Tin Man. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Asteroids crashing into dead stars are helping explain where the universe's missing lithium went. Brines could be present on the surface of Mars for up to 12 hours, never for a full day. New data supports the modified gravity explanation for dark matter, much to the surprise of the researchers. To help trudge through the snow, the Chang'e 5 recovery team wore powered exoskeletons. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, December 29th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Kelvin Helmholtz clouds look like waves in the sky. Sun's entry into zodiac constellations, 2021. Sun's entry into zodiac signs, 2021. December's full moon falls on December 30th. The next news is from Politico. The deaths that shook politics in 2020. America's voice goes silent in Berlin as last U.S. radio station closes. Yellen's looming headache, Treasury's vanishing ranks. Trump unplanned gift to Biden, clean energy on the rise. Biden's nominees will face a China gauntlet. The worst predictions of 2020. Congressional staffers eligible to receive coronavirus vaccine. Judge blocks voter purge in 2 Georgia counties. Trump opens up federal dollars for private school vouchers amid pandemic. House votes to override Trump veto of defense bill. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Privacy blamed for delay in social housing data amid growing demand. Sydney set to hold on to New Year's test at the SCG. Kiss Norbo off to winning start as city down roar. Another swab story. Man found clinging for safety after boat washes up on Sunshine Coast. Australians fined, docked points for overrate. The best of the world in pictures. Coronavirus Australia updates live, NSW records 6 new cases including Wollongong and Sydney mystery cases. How did we get through it? Year 12 students cap crazy 2020 with results. Greater Sydney's COVID fears eclipse northern beaches. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Arrow Century shares soar more than 1,300% after New York Stock Exchange America accepts company's plan to remain listed. Myovant shares soar 27% on news of Pfizer prostate cancer drug collaboration worth up to $4.2 billion. European markets march higher as London welcomes Brexit trade deal. Auto Trader, these are the best minivans for 2021. NerdWallet, how to partially refinance student loans, and who should consider it. NerdWallet, skip the individual stocks and get smart with ETFs. Next Avenue, so, your investments did great this year, but how much did they cost you? NerdWallet, inspired travel resolutions for 2021. The Moneyest, I received a financial gift from my mother. I returned it to her 5 years ago. Now that we're divorcing, my husband says half of that money belongs to him. The Moneyest, I'm lucky to get by on $75,000 a year. The $600 stimulus program doesn't sound reasonable to me. Why am I left out? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. 13 tech luminaries we lost in 2020, Computer World. Financing innovation in China, East Asia Forum. 5 steps to apply for a patent in Pune, Hindustan Times. U.S. opens probe of Jaguar Land Rover patent claims against VW, Times Live. 3 senior patent attorneys establish a new firm, the Jerusalem Post. Patent filings roundup, ITC District Court PGR fight over body sculptors, finted denials benefiting funded NPEs, Unilock not naming Fortress despite District Court standing dismissal, IQWatchdog.com. IBM announces settlement with Airbnb for patent lawsuit, Yahoo Finance. AMBA wins approval to establish postdoctoral research workstation, PR Newswire. Prosecution and litigation implications of subsequent patent applications, Part 4, IQWatchdog.com. Policy objectives of the Russian Patent Office in 2020 and their fulfillment, Lexology. The next headlines are from Quartz. Beijing is breaching Hong Kong's final line of defense, its judiciary. How LGBTQ+ members of the South Asian diaspora navigate stigma and stress. The year it was okay not to be okay at work. Will Tesla finally come to India in 2021? Why Chinese youngsters are embracing a philosophy of slacking off. Trump signed the second COVID relief package. What is the Novavax vaccine, and how does it work? These are 5 statistical thresholds that will probably be breached in 2021. Returning to the office in 2021 will introduce a tricky new power dynamic. What happened in 2020? Test your knowledge with our quiz. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Pasco County Sheriff's School Pre-Crime Program is violating federal privacy laws. Elsevier wants to stop Indian medics, students and academics accessing knowledge the only way most of them can afford, via Z-Hub and LibGen. Content moderation case study, profanity filter causes problems at Paleontology Conference, October 2020. First Circuit Appeals Court reaffirms its 2011 decision, the First Amendment protects the recording of cops. Coalition of internet companies who are decidedly not big tech raise their voices about the importance of Section 230. Presidential Commission on Law Enforcement says pretty much everyone but cops are to blame for the shitty state of American policing. Daily Deal, the complete Google Masterclass bundle. Unimpressed judge tosses one of Devin Nunes' slap suits against the Washington Post. Verizon's latest 5G innovation, a 5G DSS network that's slower than 4G. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. M. Roberts. Kourtney Kardashian. Denzel Washington. XRP. Justin Hartley. John Wolford. Spencer Dinwiddie. Josh Allen. Sharna Burgess. Andre Hill. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Oil demand won't fully recover until 2022, IHS Markit. Sydney on high alert following the new coronavirus cases, despite downward trend in infections. Russia reveals it has world's 3rd highest overall COVID-19 deaths but per capita number similar to European states. Australia's economy may never return to previous growth due to trade row with China, report. UK needs tougher COVID-19 measures to avoid a catastrophic start to 2021 as new virus strain rampant, government advisor. Fight off, UFC Fight Island clash between Khamzat Chimaev and Leon Edwards bout set to be scrapped. Iran launches human trials for domestically developed COVID-19 vaccine. Why don't you come up with a new scare tactic? Nikki Haley roasted for declaring socialism the soon-to-be-dem default policy. India could prove to be South Asia's most resilient economy over long term, says UN. Sales of Russian grain surge despite strict export limits due to pandemic crisis. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Blood Gold, Dubai's gold hub and the Swiss connection. These are the biggest risks to lasting Brexit trade peace. Organizer of London anti-lockdown protest could be fined 10,000. Spain plans a registry for those who refuse COVID vaccine. Swiss furious as 200 British skiers flee verge over COVID lockdown order. Escobar, Turkey pivots to the center of the new Great Game. 2020, the year we lost our common sense, courage, and civil liberties. Base blasts deeply corrupt EU over imminent landmark China investment deal. Biden meddles with Donald Trump's Middle East legacy at his peril. People are fed up, California out of excuses as coronavirus defies militant lockdowns. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Indian film star Rajinikanth ends political bid over health fears. No future, the English left in retrospect. CEO of Iran Berkut, Iran launches human trials of its COVID vaccine. This Indian startup has not only survived COVID, it is thriving. Under regulatory pressure, China's end considers overhaul, report. Pakistan, India report cases of coronavirus variant, live news. UK needs tighter COVID rules to avert catastrophe, epidemiologist. Bangladesh moves nearly 2,000 Rohingya refugees to remote island. Family of jailed Saudi activist Al-Haf Lawal to appeal sentencing. Surviving in the ruins of Moria. The next headlines are from Breitbart. David Perdue, China courting young impressionable liberals like John Ossoff, Eric Swalwell, Hunter Biden. Indian Army officer accused of planting weapons on dead bodies to stage gun battle. CNN's Lemon, Trump is embarrassing himself with coronavirus relief delay. Blackburn on $2,000 payments, Dems want to go down path of guaranteed minimum income, aid must be targeted. Tom Fitton, Merry Christmas from Judicial Watch. Georgia Democrats lean on changing demographics to flip state blue. Senator Marco Rubio supports Trump's call for $2,000 checks. Rasmussen, GOP voters open to fresh face in 2024. Franklin Graham, Christians need to save soul of our nation by voting for Republicans in Georgia. The next headlines are from UKIOD News. Australian friends win $750,000 using lottery numbers from a hat. Look, donkey rescued after a month stranded on South African island. Virginia man finds stolen 1969 Camaro after 17 years. Watch, dog adopted by soccer player after interrupting game in Bolivia. Watch, gingerbread monolith installed in San Francisco Park. Watch, Kentucky man uses flamethrower to clear snow from driveway. Watch, man catches 52 nuts on head for Guinness World Record. Horse rescued from pool cover in Arkansas. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 5 best board games this year. 10 most dangerous jobs in America. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Sealed with a wave, young pup gives photographer a moment to remember while lounging on the beach. Sikhs hand out thousands of meals to stranded truckers and fill 1,000 sandbags for flood victims. A 93-year-old veteran whittling walking sticks has raised $16,000 for food pantry. Seaweed-eating giant crabs could help save Florida coral reefs, and they're lovingly named the reef goats. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, December 29th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. This UCLA student made her own social distancing bubble as a 12-foot wide dress. Researchers turn to human waste to sniff out clues about COVID-19. Wausau girl among first female Eagle Scouts in the nation. CPSC issues recall for ceiling fans with blades that can detach. Dog polishes off family's Christmas dinner, is unable to move after that. Man walks circumference of Earth without leaving home city. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Trading bots, is it game over for human financial analysts? The most anticipated video games of 2021. We need to make remote meetings more boring in 2021. Behind the wheel of the Volkswagen ID4 crossover. The podcasts that got us through 2020. Stay at home and listen to these 5 podcasts on the future of mobility. How global crisis affects design. Learn to sell on Alibaba, Amazon, and eBay as your new side hustle for 2021. Why web scraping is vital to democracy. 2021 will be the year open source projects overcome their diversity problems. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Discovery about how cancer cells evade immune defenses inspires new treatment approach. Vaping could cloud your thoughts, new studies suggest. Important milestone in the creation of a quantum computer. Quick look under the skin. Carbon capture, faster, greener way of producing carbon spheres. Music-induced emotions can be predicted from brain scans. Primordial black holes and the search for dark matter from the multiverse. Discovery boosts theory that life on Earth arose from RNA-DNA mix. Study suggests link between word choices and extroverts. High-speed atomic force microscopy takes on intrinsically disordered proteins. The next headlines are from Information Week. What do we do about racist machines? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, December 29th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Young students send questions to astronauts aboard space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Fate of Trump's $2,000 checks now rests with GOP-led Senate. The triple team, Thunder's Lou Dort gets better of Donovan Mitchell for 3 quarters, then Mitchell gets last laugh. Donovan Mitchell's late barrage helps Utah Jazz get both a win and some closure in return to Oklahoma City. Frank Bruni, Joe Biden's withering olive branch. Letter, Trump's pardon of killers is deplorable indeed. Letter, apply pandemic thinking to solving climate crisis. LDS Church sued for alleged role in Boy Scout sex abuse. In his last speech as governor, Gary Herbert calls for unity, invokes Utah pioneer spirit. Utah 75 and older will be first in line for COVID-19 vaccine in next phase of rollout. Richard Davis and Hillary Steerling, United Utah Party was the sleeper story of the 2020 election. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Coinbase to suspend trading in XRP. The lasting lessons of John Conway's Game of Life. Apple launches first-generation college student mentorship program. New York Post's Hunter Biden laptop sues Twitter for defamation. Tech giants are giving China a vital edge in espionage. Finland says hackers accessed MP's emails accounts. Canon patents an Osmo-style camera with interchangeable lenses. US to allow small drones to fly over people at night. Bitcoin miners in Nordic region get a boost from cheap power. Tesla to make India debut early next year. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Parents of 4-year-old girl allegedly killed by neighbors while removing demon are charged. McCormick reaches 500 career wins. Catalytic converter thief caught red-handed after chase from St. Charles to St. Louis County. Second stimulus check, when to expect a $600 COVID relief payment. Women fend off would-be robber in Walmart parking lot. Vehicle stolen and Imperial recovered, reunited with owner more than 2 weeks later. Missouri begins vaccinations at long-term care facilities. St. Louis nears homicide record following violent holiday weekend. Ex-boyfriend responsible for Christmas double murder in Spanish Lake, police say. Lawyer, soldier charged in Rockford shooting may have PTSD. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Winter storm brings high surf, water advisory to San Diego beaches. CVS starts administering COVID-19 vaccines at long-term care facilities. Police identify man killed in Escondido apartment. Video shows Humane Society rescue injured dog from riverbed. Police release bodycam footage from downtown Nashville bombing. Reports, Padres to get Yu Darvish in deal with Cubs. Head-on crash closes Highway 76 in Puma Valley. School district settles with teachers union, cancels in-person learning. County reports 1,751 new COVID-19 cases, jump in hospitalizations. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. UK military receives 30 nano drones with spine range of 1.2 miles, developer confirms. The strange tale of the Glasgow criminal and the international master spy. The US spy who opened one of Leeds' most iconic nightclubs. UK Army buys 30 bug drones that can spy on targets 2 kilometers away. How British spy George Blake became a KGB colonel. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Lockheed Martin delivers 123rd F-35 fighter jet of the year. L3Harris gets $496 contract for next generation jammer. German Navy receives new underwater drone from Huntington Ingalls Industries. South Korea's Army awards amphibious bridging vehicle contract to Hanwha Defense. Ukraine begins production of rotor blades for Mill family helicopters. Royal Australian Air Force declares the F-35 combat ready. U.S. Forces Korea receives first shipment of COVID-19 vaccines. Kai releases new photo from South Korea's next-gen fighter jet assembly line. South Korean Army awards $480 million contract for additional K-2 tanks. Oshkosh to buy autonomous ground drone maker Pratt Miller for $115 m. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China sentences citizen journalist to 4 years in prison for challenging COVID-19 response narrative. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Miami looks to lure tech companies from California. Homeless move into new affordable housing in Oakland. Vandals, thieves target San Francisco small businesses over holiday weekend. Walgreens, CVS distribute COVID-19 vaccine to long-term care facilities. Bay Area hospitals make changes to help with ongoing COVID-19 surge. Travelers returning to LA County required to quarantine for 10 days. Former SFPD officer pleads not guilty to charges in 2017 fatal shooting. House EA's congressional delegation voted for $2,000 COVID-19 relief checks. COVID-19 relief package offers $15 billion for struggling arts venues. Comcast to raise prices in New Year. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. District 203 backs decision to begin hybrid learning next month. Constable, teacher finds joy in converting to education. Help for family after deadly house fire. Number 9 Texas A&M women route Northwestern State 112-26. House approves Trump's $2,000 checks, sending to GOP-led Senate. Lake County boy abducted from Christmas party reunited with grandmother. COVID-19 deaths surpass 16,000 as vaccines arrive at long-term care facilities. We hope to get an answer. Authorities still searching for motive in Nashville bombing. Better, WGN sports legend Jack Rosenberg dies at age 94. Watch, video remembrance of notable deaths of 2020. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Toppled logs causes delays on Kingston Edmonds ferry route. How to recycle your Christmas tree around Seattle. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, December 29th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Stimulus update, House approves Trump's $2,000 checks, sending to GOP-led Senate. Strong cold front brings widespread rain for Nye. Video, woman falsely accuses black teen of stealing phone in New York City hotel lobby. Kentucky man clears snowy driveway using flamethrower. Experts recommend anyone get tested for COVID-19 after holiday travel. New apps make COVID-19 vaccine passports possible for travel. Ceiling fans recalled after reports that blades became detached during use, hitting people and damaging property. Charlie Brown Christmas tree grove in Windsor continues to brighten the holiday season. Formerly homeless activist surprised by grateful community. LGBTQ winemaker is committed to speaking up and standing out. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Seeds of hope, Cowboys alive and kicking in woeful NFC East. Another late season collapse keeps Raiders out of playoffs. Eagles coach Doug Peterson confident he'll return in 2021. Giants still have a shot despite 5-10 record and 3-game skid. Struggling offense puts LA Rams on brink of missing playoffs. Alamo Bowl pits Colorado's Broussard versus depleted Texas D. Game changer, officials praise horse racing safety bill. Browns fumble away first shot at playoff summit wild weekend. Ellinger last captain standing for Texas versus Buffin Bowl. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, remembering when competition for toilet paper was cutthroat. Bernice Abbott's photography documented New York City's drastically changing landscape in the 1930s. 2 trapped in fatal wall collapse at Brooklyn construction site. Checking in, L'Avenue Orleans grocery on how music venues are struggling to survive during COVID. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Cuomo threatens $1 million fine and license revocation for COVID vaccine fraudsters. One of the city's great Jewish delis comes to the Upper West Side. Throughout the pandemic, these city workers have kept NYC going. Early edition, over 190K ceiling fans recalled due to detachable blades. Coronavirus updates. In a post-holiday spike, New York State positivity soars to 8%. The next headlines are from Observer.com. 50 mentor names we could read on that wall in Seoul. From Berlin's Komische Oper, an ecstatic stream of Lequot D. Hoffman. How dead rockets could save an aging International Space Station. A stranger on the phone creates drama in 1,000 ways. Part 1, a phone call. Why AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine, nearing approval, could have a huge impact. CBD Oil UK, the UK's best CBD oil products of 2021. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake 4.3 mag, 60 kilometers south by southwest of Chamberico, Guatemala. Minor earthquake, 3.46 mag was detected near Stella in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag was detected near Villa Basilio Nievas in Argentina. Minor earthquake, 2.9 mag has occurred near Stanley in Idaho. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag has occurred near Buenaventura in Colombia. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Corral in Chile. Minor earthquake 3.2 mag, 57 kilometers south by southeast of Sand Point, Alaska. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag strikes near Latta in Solomon Islands. Minor earthquake, 3 mag has occurred near Lake Marcel Stillwater in Washington. Light earthquake, M4.8 quake has struck near Xingu in Japan. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Belo Monte Dam, electricity or life in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Major COVID vaccine glitch emerges. Most Europeans, including hospital staff, refuse to take it. The Internet of Bodies, IOB, and hacking your DNA. 12,000 NYC students banned from school for not consenting to random COVID testing. Journalist hounded after pointing out that only old and sick die from COVID. Which state saw the biggest population inflows and outflows in 2020? Professor Neil Ferguson admits lockdowns were inspired by China. The Great Reset, H.G. Wells' dystopic vision comes alive. Congress passed legislation making the Treasury Secretary the boss of the Federal Reserve during a financial crisis that's creating its own crisis. In Spain, a register for those who refuse the vaccine, it will be shared with EU countries. Trump pardons king of Medicare fraud who looted $1.3 billion and donated to Kushner-favored Chabad Lubavitch. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Ohio officer fired in a fatal shooting of black man. Can a negative COVID test result clear people for holiday gatherings? Was Kelly Clarkson giving away $200K for Christmas in 2020? Does Google Earth reveal a sunken ship in a Japanese port? Bomber to neighbor, the world is never going to forget me. Did Dr. Rob Oswald claim COVID-19 was a hoax? Was the TikTok Oh No song by Aerosmith? Did a Kentucky man clear driveway of snow using a flamethrower? Did a missile cause the Nashville explosion? Each year 1,000 Pakistani girls forcibly converted to Islam. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Conspiracy theorists race to defend Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner. Accused Epstein Madam Ghislaine Maxwell deny bail for a second time. The cloud massager Onyx is a game changer for fans of suction vibrators. Was office politics behind the fatal poisoning of a Chinese Game of Thrones billionaire? Hundreds of British tourists flee luxury Swiss ski resort to escape mutant virus quarantine. We asked 5 health experts if they would eat at a restaurant indoors. Biden wants to fix Trump's trans detention policy. Advocates say he needs to end it. He was a racist and an anti-Semite, and a serial killer. These iconic moments from the summer of protest will go down in history. Reality TV president's $2,000 stimulus cliffhanger ends in a belly flop. The next headlines are from the New York Post. House passes $2,000 stimulus checks but Senate fate unclear. COVID-weary NYC diners flee out of state to eat indoors. Union boss bragged about ties to John Gotti, federal prosecutors allege. Computer repairman at center of Hunter Biden laptop scandal sues Twitter. It's not just her name, Hilaria Baldwin's entire life is a fake. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. 20 years around the red planet. Here's what we know about the signal from Proxima Centauri. What would Earth look like to alien astronomers? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Biden says Trump officials are still obstructing his transition team. Decorated soldier accused of deadly bowling alley shooting is Green Beret. New York placing moratorium on most evictions amid COVID, strengthening protections for homeowners. Southern California stay-at-home extension likely with LA's intensive care unit availability at 0% amid COVID catastrophe. Bust of Breonna Taylor broken in downtown Oakland. Bluegrass guitar legend Tony Rice dies at age 69. Nearly 200K ceiling fans recalled after blades detach. State should pour port cash into Brooklyn, Schumer and Williams say. KFC introduces gaming console with compartment that keeps chicken warm. Jesse J. rushed to hospital on Christmas Eve after being diagnosed with Meniere's disease. The following headlines are from military.com. Fighters launched from carrier give cover to U.S. troops withdrawing from Somalia. Army suspends former 1st Special Forces Group CO after arrest on domestic violence charges. Here's how troops will repay suspended payroll taxes in 2021. Hezbollah says it has doubled its arsenal of guided missiles. Marine awarded for saving elderly woman from deadly Viper attack. A new fitness culture and the future of force design, General C.Q. Brown lays out way ahead for the Air Force. Relative of Blackwater victim in Iraq says pardons unfair. Pilots honor Tuskegee Airmen with flyover in Virginia. Trump signs massive measure funding government, COVID relief. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. And Jeanette Young meeting with Mayor Lori Lightfoot called off in dispute over public forum. Third suspected gunman charged in killing of retired Chicago firefighter during attempted carjacking. Will Chicago see a white Christmas this year? Here's what 149 years of weather data predict for December 25th. Rockford shooting, judge denies bond for U.S. Army Special Forces sergeant charged in bowling alley shooting that killed 3 people, wounded 3 others. Chicago distributes COVID-19 vaccines to long-term medical care facilities, outpatient clinics. Beavers make their home on the Northwestern University campus. Former Northside alderman charged with DUI after police say he crashed into 8 cars on Gold Coast Street. It's a miracle no one was killed. Coronavirus in Illinois updates. 4,453 new COVID-19 cases and 105 additional deaths reported as Chicago begins distributing vaccines to long-term medical care facilities and outpatient clinics. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers. Here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code. Search for your neighborhood. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Study shows waves, rainfall important parts of cliff erosion process, providing new opportunity to improve forecasts. The evolution of single amyloid fibrils into microcrystals. Searching for invisible X on dark matter with a new multiple cell cavity halo scope. Periodic and phase-locked modulation in the pulsar PSRB 1929+10 investigated with FAST. A liverwort oil body is formed by redirection of the secretory pathway. Groups of bacteria can work together to better protect crops and improve their growth. Archaeologists create 3D model of part of the Tepsai archaeological site. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, December 29th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The real story behind Aztec crystal skulls. Earth actually has 4 North Poles. Are growing pains a real thing? Insomniacs' brains might be wired differently. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Former Arkansas football great Lloyd Phillips has died at 75. O'Hearn lifts it over Vermont 81-80 in 2 OT. Game changer, officials praise horse racing safety bill. Historic Virginia ferry operation ends amid property dispute. On heels of 3 straight double-double for WSU men, Afe Abajadi named Pac-12 Freshman of the Week. Scottish team, police probe racist letter targeting coach. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Raiders will start Derek Carr, Gruden won't say if there's a role for Marcus Mariota. House votes to approve Trump's $2,000 relief checks. Vaccination promises are coming up a bit short. Nashville Bomber, world is never going to forget me. My AP basketball ballot, Baylor and Kansas jump but Gonzaga remains on top. Epstein's associate Ghislaine Maxwell deny bail. Biden says Trump aide are obstructing the transition. Roger Berlind, Tony-winning Broadway producer, dies at 90. California stay-at-home orders to be extended in coming days, weeks. Warriors Draymond Green could return as soon as Friday's home opener versus Blazers. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Florida city official involved in Christmas Eve fight. Police union, white Ohio officer fired after bodygam video showed him killing a black man, with Holdy. Mother of 2 dead girls ruled not fit for trial in Las Vegas. Minnesota Rep Jim Hagedorn has cancerous kidney removed. Louisiana man, 60, gets century for sex crimes against girls. Lawsuit seeks reports on Oregon Dam structural integrity. Prosecutors waiting on debris testing in AG crash. Mormon church sued for alleged role in Boy Scout sex abuse. Oklahoma Institute donates ultra-cold freezers for vaccine. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Mitch McConnell rushed to save his senators, but left Trump twisting in the wind. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, December 29, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Despite recommendations, patients with treatment-resistant hypertension rarely tested for primary AL. Big bumblebees learn locations of best flowers. $3.90 project on self-deleting genes takes aim at mosquito-borne diseases. Obesity, eating disorder disparities among sexual, gender minority children. Comparing health outcomes of privileged Americans with residents of other developed countries. New studies suggest vaping could cloud your thoughts. HKU chemists develop a new drug discovery strategy for undruggable drug targets. One psychedelic experience may lessen trauma of racial injustice. Extremely energy-efficient microprocessor developed using superconductors. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Ohio police officer fired in the fatal shooting of black man. Former ALV, Proco Joe Moreno charged with DUI and Gold Coast crash. House votes to increase COVID checks to $2,000. Popular womanish pop-up exhibit championing women's empowerment has been extended. Bears defense looks vulnerable heading into rematch versus Packers QB Aaron Rodgers. Man accused of strangling, stabbing girlfriend with knife he packed with Christmas presents. Mayor Lightfoot hopes to meet soon with Jeanette Young. Woman killed in Calumet City shooting. Chicago theaters, music stages welcome crucial funding in COVID-19 bill. COVID-19 death toll tops 16,000 in Illinois, live updates. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. 3 killed in separate shootings Sunday in St. Louis, homicide count hits 261. The best and worst of St. Louis dining scene in 2020. Where to recycle your Christmas tree for free in St. Louis. Exposed skincare review, secret weapon for acne. Max Performer review, the ultimate formula to boost your bed game. Meladerm review, an all-in-one skin lightening cream. Mind Lab Pro review, is it the best all-in-one brain booster? Best weight loss supplements, top 5 diet pills for 2021. Tarot cards reading online, best free love tarot readings by tarot readers experts. Real online psychics reading, live and accurate love psychic readings online by phone call, chat or live video. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Eligible first-time DUI offenders in Michigan could have convictions expunged under new bipartisan bill. Best volume pills that I tried and tested, my review results revealed. Dominion lawyers slam Melissa Caroni about outlandish claims of election fraud in cease and desist letter. 10 plus best cougar dating sites, find mature dates online. Detroit's Cultural Center to offer free and public outdoor Wi-Fi in 2021 thanks to $500 K grant. Nessel takes no crap from Trump, slamming him for obsessing about these women from Michigan. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, December 29, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Seismic brings mind-bending art experience to Houston. George Thorogood gets back to the bone with full Beantown party. Old school I-45 plans clashing with modern Houstonians. 10 best horror films of 2020. This week in Houston food events, score free kids meals at Peli Peli. NFL Week 16 disaster, Bengals 37, Texans 31, 4 winners, 4 losers. The next headlines are about world records making news. Kansas girl breaks world record with 42-point block, or Taminatano.com. 50 amazing snow and ice sculptures from around the world, Madison.com. Disabled strongman Tobias Antofer hits 555.55 kilogram seated deadlift world record, bar bend. Man catches 52 nuts on head for Guinness World Record, UPI News. Alexei Novikov is world's strongest man 2020 and eats 7,000 calories a day, The Sun. Korean artificial sun fusion reactor sets new world record, Futurism. Carlos Marquez downs 3 para world records at Pozuelo Trophy, Swim Swam. 2020 Swami Awards, Caleb Dressel wins U.S. Male Swimmer of the Year, Swim Swam. Celebrating what would have been Doc Councilman's 100th birthday, Swimming World Magazine. 10 science records broken in 2020 LiveScience.com. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. A hunter in Florida got a rare brain infection from feral hogs. A massive radioactive jet from the early universe has been spotted. 2020's most popular Wikipedia pages, pandemics, politics, and parasite. Leaked prototype photos offer rare glimpse at early Apple Watch. The Nerds Watch, the best sci-fi and fantasy streaming in January. Chat roulette was supposed to be filthy. Fitness Plus is hands down the best Apple service. The EPA just set the first ever airline pollution standards and they suck. Yes, super gonorrhea is real and it's gonna get worse. Spiders weave intricate insect-catching nets hugely bigger than themselves. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Algraby's Falls in South Africa at 109.76 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ojmjkin in Russia at minus 71.5 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Study sheds new light on Polar Explorer's final hours, 100 plus years later. Reddit clone vote, home to hate speech and QAnon, has shut down. CD Projekt Red investors sue company over Cyberpunk 2077 debacle. Like Titan, Pluto's atmosphere is hazy, but for a different reason. Archaeologists excavate ancient Roman takeout counter at Pompeii. The decade-long quest to stop spam-board Wallace. Plastic pipes are polluting drinking water systems after wildfires. 2020 had its share of memorable hacks and breaches. Here are the top 10. Grubhub gig workers react angrily to change in tipping policy. Dark archives, come for the floating goat balls, stay for the fascinating science. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump's lawyers hit with scathing opposite the editorial page demanding they be held accountable. House passes bipartisan bill to raise stimulus to $2,000, now it heads to the Senate. Trump backers look to last stand protest on January 6th. Jobless Americans may have to wait for desperately needed unemployment assistance. Joe Biden already facing pressure to tackle backlog of unfunded toxic waste sites threatened by climate crisis. CNN's Jake Tapper ridicules Trump's mean tweets during the deadliest month of the pandemic. Trump campaign pays $20,000 over assault claim at campaign event, report. Watch, Trump releases new video, that will make you laugh like it's a parody. He quotes his own imagination, Trump jeered for tweeting life-filled election quote with no source. Biden says Trump Pentagon stalling transition, posing risks. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Lunchtime photo. Liberal democracy is staging a comeback. You're on mute, is the phrase of the year. Coronavirus growth in Western countries, December 27th update. The coffee shop manager who quit with her entire staff. Banjo player Jake Blunt challenges genres and questions historical narratives in Spider Tales. At least one thing was great about 2020, these photo books. Jake Blunt's Spider Tales spins a web of American history, Black identity, and banjo. Monsters of 2020, the people who gutted minor league baseball. Monsters of 2020, Miles Taylor. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. What explains the renewed interest in Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the Sun, the Indian Express? Does lightning strike on Venus? Mysterious flash may help solve puzzle, National Geographic. A new theory about the monolith, we're the aliens, the New York Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Numerous Indian American STEM researchers named Fellows of American Association for the Advancement of Sciences, India West. A major malformation illustrates the incredible plasticity of the human brain, see Tech Daily. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, December 29th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Perpetrators of Balloon Boy UFO hoax pardoned. Rind Lesham forced UFO 40 years on. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, December 29th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.